Joining me now, my friend Kira Davis. You can go read her Substack at justkiradavis.substack.com. She's also a fellow author. She has a book called Drawing Lines out, which actually is outstanding. But Kira, on a scale of 1 to 1,000, how excited are you about my book coming out tomorrow?
I'm excited on the inside. I know it doesn't look like it. I'm excited on the inside, Jesse. On the inside, I think it couldn't have happened to a better person. On the outside, I know you're sufferable for the next few months.
I will. Look, I feel like we're kindred spirits now, Kira. You have a book and I have a book. No, in all seriousness, I do really like Drawing Lines because it gives people some kind of a blueprint for what they should do. Will you talk about that? Because people want to know what to do. They don't want to just know that everything sucks. They're aware everything sucks. What do they do about that? Talk about it.
Yeah, and I wrote it because I think we all felt a little, some of us a lot, helpless after 2020, and particularly coming through the pandemic. And I know there are a lot of people like me who are like, I never want to go through this again. You don't want to run for office. You don't want to do the myriad of big things. You're not a millionaire, so you can't donate to all of these causes. But I talk about how important it is to be involved in the cultural space wherever you are, because you are the culture. Society is just a mix of individuals. And so you may not think that your role is important, but it really is important. You are the culture right where you are. So I talk about how conservatives have really left the culture behind because we found it so distasteful. And instead of sort of retreating into our own quiet spaces, what happened was we left a vacuum, and space abhors a vacuum. And so the progressive mindset filled that vacuum. And now that's what we're battling against. But I don't think it's too late to get in on this battle. And so I wrote this book I love how you put it, Jesse, to give people a blueprint for what you can do right where you are today, right now. I'm not asking you to go run for the governor of your state or go run for president. I'm just saying from your living room, from your school board meeting, from your workplace discussion, there's a lot of things you can do where you sit to help advance sanity in this culture.
Wow. You don't have to be a world famous author like me in order to do something. But in all seriousness, people do feel separated from the solutions. You know, I just want to support this guy for president, or I want to write my congressman or something like that. When we have to realize our community is what matters, Kira. People will fight all day long, Trump, DeSantis, all this other crap, but their own town sucks. Their school board sucks. Their city council sucks. Their board of supervisors suck. They got commies waving penises in their kids' faces in the public library, and they got a Trump bumper sticker on. It's not how we should win. It's not how they won.
That is an excellent point. It's not how they won. And as a matter of fact, one of the big things I talk in my book about is education and how wrestling back the education system is going to be really important. And I'm sure you talk about it too in your book, Communist Manifesto. The idea that the progressives have been playing the long game and we really haven't. And one of the things we need to do is really take seriously this education battle, because culture is formed, right? Culture is informed. And so we have to realize we're not just educating to the next semester or the next year. We're educating to the next generation, and that's the next generation of voters. So progressives have had a stranglehold on education in this country for 50, 60, 70 years now. And so it should be no surprise that we're churning out voters who can't tell you what a woman is, or who think it's okay for grown men dressed as women to read to small children in the classroom. You know, these people are voting for that because they've been educated that way from the start. And so how can the GOP or any sane candidate expect people to come out of the public education system educated on the mechanics of our republic and educated well enough to vote in the best interests of our republic? So not only do we have a cultural battle right where you are in your space, your library, your school, we also have a battle to wrestle back education so that we are playing that long game, and it might not turn elections over in 2-3 years, but we're playing like the progressive play. We're looking down the road 20, 30 years to ideological supremacy.
That's a fact. I love this quote. It's one of my favorites. Education of the nation's youth is the linchpin of the communist efforts. The communists knew he had to adopt the mindset of Joe Biden, looking for someone to cuddle with, get them young. If he could do so, he could infect impressionable minds and send them off into the system to do his bidding. Isn't that a great quote, Kira? I don't know who wrote that. Oh, wait, that was me. But that's a really great quote.
That's amazing, Jesse. I love that.
All right, now, speaking of school boards, this is something that you put your money where your morals are, money where your mouth is, and you ran for a school board. And you brought up the hate people get. And I've tried to prepare people as they get ready to run for local office. People email me all the time, Jesse, I'm running for town council, running for school board. I've tried to prepare people that it gets nasty. The local races are the nastiest races because it's your community. You're running into these people in the grocery store. You're seeing them in church on Sunday. It's going to get personal and you got to be prepped for it. Talk about it.
Yeah, I wasn't prepped for it. It was, I guess to a certain extent I thought, well, I'm a somewhat public figure. You know, I'm on TV, I'm on radio, I meet strangers all the time. I talk in front of strangers all the time, and I get a lot of pushback online, as you well know, Jesse. But it's different when it's your community. I live with these people, I go to work with these people, and I was battling the unions, you know, and they are brutal. And I was running with a child still in public school. And so I had to really pay attention to what was happening to her at school and if any of the staff or teachers were taking retribution. And the unions had a tail on me. They had somebody who would just follow me around town. And even to this day, I still look over my shoulder. And it's no wonder that so many people don't run. It is a bit scary. You have to know, you have to feel a conviction to run. Also, what I learned, though, is the reason good people don't run is that good people don't stand by them when they run. I think that's a big thing, too. We're so fickle. I mean, even look what's happening with the primary race now and Trump, DeSantis, and the way ugly people are getting so ugly online. We're so fickle as voters. Even as conservative voters, we like to think we're a bit superior, you know, with our logic. But it's the same way. Something comes along. It's one little social hit. It's one little, well, I don't like this thing about this person. And then we totally abandon the idea of that candidacy. We fall prey to the tactics of the other side as well. And I noticed that even, you know, I can remember one of my fundraising events. One of my supporters organized a snow cone truck out in the parking lot in front of a park, a local park, a snow cone truck, come by, meet the candidate. Well, the teachers unions heard of it. So they quickly organized, well, the PTA did, because your PTA is liberal, everybody. You want to know what you can do right where you are? Join your PTA and stay in the PTA. PTA is owned by liberals and they bring you a lot of this crazy stuff to your school. Anyway, the PTA quickly organized a rival snow cone fundraiser for the local school right next to mine, and then took pictures and said, look at Kira Davis, she's stealing, she's literally taking money out of the mouths of children, you know? And that knocked some of my supporters off their game. Just that one little thing, you know? Oh, that doesn't look good, Kira. Well, I didn't do anything. I literally did nothing but show up. But we are so easily swayed by the propaganda of the other side. And this is why I like what you do, Jesse, because you educate. And I try to do that on my show as well. Educate people to hold the line, not on people, but on values. Hold the line, not on your favorite candidate, but on the values that they will vote for and support. Hold the line on your morals right where you stand. Don't think about party or candidate, but think about the person who is going to best represent your interests.
Amen. Kira Davis, you were the best. Good luck.
And congratulations on your book, Jesse. It really is an amazing feat to finish a book. I know how much effort that takes, and I know you're not the type of guy to like to sit still in one place for too long. So, congratulations.
Thank you, Kira. That's true. It's true. I'm not a big writer. All right.
For too long, we've been led to believe that communism is a thing of the past. But the truth is, communism is alive. It's here, and it's infiltrating every aspect of American life. Introducing the Anti-Communist Manifesto by Jesse Kelly, the practical guide for patriots ready to defend our nation from its most dangerous enemy. Discover the shocking extent of communist infiltration in our education system, their alliance with American corporations, and the twisted truth behind environmentalism. This eye-opening book exposes the true face of communism and empowers you to fight back. Join the fight for freedom. The Anti-Communist Manifesto, a new must-read book from Jesse Kelly. Get your copy today at jessekellybook.com or wherever books are sold.